So I wanted to talk some more about the special names that we were doing. Um, you saw that screen recording a minute ago, perhaps. They were designed to be in sequence, but you don't have to watch these things in sequence. But what I'm talking about is this dialogue with a Python object. We're able to create new Pythons at will simply by doing something like this. Now, what's happening right at this moment as I hit the enter button? That's when the special name init gets triggered. And notice this crazy argument called self. By crazy, I mean, where does it come from? It seems out of the blue. All we're passing in as an argument is a proper name. In this case, my name, Kirby. Earlier it was Silly, Fred, Sally. We can create as many Python objects as we want, each with its own name. But beyond just a name, you need a self. And the self, it's not my business to create. As the developer or the programmer, I rely on Python to create a self for me, and it has a background method, an inherited method called new, dunder new, like under new. When I say dunder, that means double underline, and it's a special name. Anyway, I'm giving you kind of the metaphysics of Python. You've got a birth event going on, and new creates a self. So by the time init is run, we already have a self. And self may be addressed. It's already an instance, and it already has a dict. So what do I mean by already has a dict? We check it here. You've got one attribute so far, and the name Kirby. Now, because of how this was written, anytime I use the dot to try to assign a new attribute, I'm going to be frustrated by this. You saw how that worked before. Let's take object 4. I have a height. Let's say I'm 6 feet roughly. We've got this problem. I can't really assign to the dict. The dict is where these guys live. So let's just delete this and inherit our setAttr method. The ancestors know how to do this, and they don't block. Now the trick is to reload the code, because I've just changed it. So I have to make sure I save it, go up to the save icon, and then quickly reload it before I forget what I'm doing. There, it's been reloaded. Now I go from ribworld import Python, and I've got the new version. So this time, let's try Python Kirby. This is the new version of Python class. It doesn't have the blocking dunder setAttr. So now I should be able to give myself a height uninhibited. Let's see and hope that that works. Yeah, that works. So let's look at my dict, just my meaning Kirby. See, this dict is more complicated than the dict of the objects we've created earlier because we didn't bother with other attributes. Actually, we were frustrated in forming them. So that gives you a sense of how a self internally to the class is a reference to the instance we're talking about. And the main thing an instance has is this sort of bag of attributes that is called under dict or dunder dict. Notice that each instance has its own. So that gives you a good sense of the overall design of these classes. Inheritance would be the next thing to look into, or find another video branching off. Thanks for listening.